Hello, this is Kelly with Up to Light Movement and Yoga, and today I'm here with you to offer a chair yoga class. So chair yoga is great for all levels of fitness, and you can make it as relaxing or strenuous as you want to make it. Today's class will be a little in between, so we'll do some relaxing, some really deep stretching, but we'll also be utilizing the chair to help us with strengthening. So you will need a straight back chair with no arms ideally, and if you want to use your mat to put the first two legs on for some stability there, if you've got a slick floor, that would be great. Otherwise, you will need no props. So we'll start seated on the edge of your chair, your sits bones a couple of inches past the end of the seat. Make sure that your feet are on the floor in front of you and are parallel. If your feet cannot reach the floor, it's advisable to put some books or something under your feet so that you have a surface for your feet to be on. So with this alignment of your feet and your sits bones, find a little bit of a forward tilt on your sits bones. At the same time, start to draw your pubic bone towards your sternum, and from there, lift your heart, finding an erect spine, and let your neck be neutral, just floating over the shoulder girdle. Relax your shoulder blades and let them fall as they will, and keep a neutral neck. Make sure you're not sticking it out or raising it up. And then close your eyes. Close your eyes and start to notice your breath and the energy in your body. Where are you at? And what do I mean when I say that? I mean, just notice. How does your body feel? How much energy do you have or do you not have? Not asking yourself why or what to do to fix it. Just notice. And as you notice, start to bring your focus onto your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And see if you can notice the quality of your breath. Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is the air cool when it enters your nostrils, or is it warm and humid? What about when it exits? Does your body warm that breath? And now see if you can direct your breath into areas where you may be feeling some discomfort or tension, or even if you've got butterflies in your tummy. See if you can direct your breath there, inviting that space to move with the breath and to possibly relax. And as you notice this, see if you can deepen your breath, filling up your entire torso from the pelvis all the way to the collarbones. Still breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. See if you can feel the breath in the back body just as much as you do in the front body. Maybe direct it there. Breathing along the sides of the waist and exhaling up the center of the spine. Ultimately, you choose the breathing pattern that feels right for you, that makes you feel more relaxed. And you take that throughout your practice, and if at any time you cannot maintain that breath, then you know to pull back, to give your body a break, because otherwise you're just forcing tension. So we use our breath as a tool to bring less tension and relaxation to our body. Slowly blink open your eyes and place your hands on your knees, and with the next inhale, Bring your heart forward, draw your shoulder blades back and together behind you and your heart forward. Lean forward onto your sits bones and still draw your navel in and up as you do this to create length in the lower back so that there's not a compression there in your lower back. And use your hands against your knees to draw your heart more forward and to kiss your shoulder blades back. And then on your next exhale, you're going to tuck the tailbone, drawing the navel closer in, rounding the shoulder blades now. So opening them up back there and creating a concave chest. And then leaning back onto the sits bones, lengthening your arms, maybe even making them straight and leaning back. So this is a seated cat-cow. Now we're going to move with our breath. We're going to inhale, come forward, and our neck remains neutral throughout. And then exhale, go back. Maybe tuck the chin a little as you come back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhaling back up to that neutral spine that we started with at the beginning of class. Bringing your hands down by your sides. We're going to inhale, arms up and overhead. Palms meeting at the top of the inhalation. And then we're going to exhale, lower the arms. Beginning to ride the breath like a wave. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. One more time, lift the arms up. Inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to hold to the bottom and the back of the chair, somewhere near the back. With our left hand, our right hand comes to our left knee. We're going to inhale, lift. And as we exhale, we're going to draw the navel to spine, broaden across the shoulders, lift the heart because of this really strong core, and then twist to look over your left shoulder. And breathe. Now warming up the core just a little bit, we're going to start to spiral using our obliques to move our torso. We're going to bring the torso in tiny circles as if we're spiraling the rib cage around to midline or around to your front arm. So keeping that twist, your left oblique is really working here. So it's an opening and then a contraction of the left oblique. Warming into the core. And now we're going to inhale, arms up and overhead, palms meet overhead at the top of the inhale, and now reverse that. Right arm comes to grab the back of the chair or the bottom of the chair. Left hand comes to right knee. Broaden across the collarbones. Inhale, lift, draw navel to spine. Exhale, twist. And breathe. Looking over the right shoulder or straight ahead, whatever feels good to you and your neck. And now we're going to bring in those spirals. So this time using the right oblique as an opening and then a contraction as you come toward the front arm. So spiraling inward, opening and turning on that oblique. Continuing to breathe the entire time. And now inhale, both arms come up to center. And exhale, bring both arms behind, clasping the back of your chair or just underneath, whatever feels right to you. And scooting maybe a little bit more towards the edge of your seat. Bring your legs out straight, heels really firmly planted into the floor. Inhale, and then as you exhale, lean forward, bringing the shoulder blades together and back, and bringing your heart forward, tucking the navel in and up as if you could stick it under your ribs and your gaze is just in front of your feet. So this is a kind of more like a bound forward fold, stretching out the front body, maybe getting a little into the hamstrings. Now inhale, both arms come up overhead. Keep your legs just as they are. Exhale, bend the right knee. And then as you exhale, fold over. Maybe grab the left foot if you can, or you can grab the shin Whatever you grab, hold, and then bring your heart forward. Think about lengthening your spine again, drawing that navel in and up. Now this is going to find more of a stretch into your hamstring. And if you have your foot, the more you pull back on your toes, the deeper the stretch. If you can't find your foot with your hands right now, go ahead and energetically pull back those left toes. And breathe. Now inhale, rise up, arms up and overhead. Now lift your left leg, cross the left ankle just behind the right knee. Inhale, your arms are up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands just behind the left knee. If you want more of a stretch here, you can push down on your left knee. And again, you are in control of what you're feeling here. And you'll feel this opening right in the front of your hip socket. Make sure that you're keeping your left ankle and foot flexed so that there's no sickling of the ankle. And lift the chest, hold and breathe. Stretching out the legs here. Now inhale, arms come up. Exhale, bring the left leg down. And you're going to straighten into the right leg. And we're going to do the hamstring stretch. So exhaling, folding over that right leg. Again, pulling back on the foot or the shin. Whatever you do, start to draw your heart forward because you're lifting that navel in and up. So bringing the heart forward here and breathe. Breathe into where you feel the tension, inviting that breath into that area like a massage, inviting that area to relax and release with the breath. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, cross the right ankle just behind the left bent knee and bring your hands again just behind the right knee, and if it feels good to you, push down. Remember to keep the right foot flexed. And again, you're feeling opening into this hip socket. You're in control of the sensation. So you don't have to go full force if it does not feel right. You want to get somewhere between that, oh, that feels nice, and stop before you get to the, ah, gosh, it hurts. So you're in that in-between area where you can find growth, where you can release tension in a safe way. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring the arms down, take the right foot down. So from here, we're going to hold under the chair and we're going to work a little deeper into the core. You're going to bring your sits bones completely to the edge of the chair, and as you hold, you're going to lean back just a little bit. So we're thinking of coming into a similar pose as Shavasana or boat pose. So you're going to rock back just a little bit on the sits bones, but you don't want to go back so far that you feel your tailbone crunching. And you're going to hold yourself up. And from here, with this leaning back, we're going to tuck our navel in and up, lift the heart, support the heart with broad collarbones. And then we're going to inhale, bring the left leg up. Now, as we exhale, we're going to bring that leg straight and lean back a little more. And then inhale, draw it in. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, draw it in. 2 more times. Exhale back. Inhale in. Exhale back. Inhale in. Lift up and bring that foot down. Now we're going to switch to the right side. So leaning back a little bit. Find that core engagement. Inhale, the right leg comes up. We're going to inhale, come out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. 2 more times. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Bring that down. Now we're going to try both legs. So making sure that you're really on the edge of your seat so that you have room enough to lean back for both legs. And we're going to do this 10 times. So if you want to continue with single leg, just repeat your single leg 5 times each side. So inhale, lift, find your engagement, leaning back just a little on the sits bones, but with a lifted heart. Really deeply engage your core, pubic bone towards sternum. Inhale, lift both legs. Exhale, bring them out, lean back, tuck in. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Switch legs if you're doing single legs. Inhale, exhale 6. Inhale, exhale 7. Inhale, exhale 8. Inhale, exhale 9. Inhale, exhale 10. And drop those legs. So, excellent work. Really strong for the core. Come now to have your left thigh. You can come sitting further back onto your seat so that your knee is closer to the edge of your chair. Left thigh parallel to the right side. And then you're going to drop your right leg off the edge of the seat here. Curl the toes back behind you. Curl the toes under so that you can press your big toe into the floor behind you. And then from here, with your knee pointing as straight down from the hip as you can, think about squeezing that right glute and pushing your pelvis forward into the hip flexor so that you feel a stretch, even up into the abdomen, but all the way down the quad. And hold and breathe. And you can hold to the side of your chair if it helps you feel like you're getting more stable that way. And then if you need more of a stretch, and only if you can keep engagement, reach down, pick up your ankle, your right ankle, and draw the heel towards your glute and continue to squeeze that glute and press forward, drawing that right shoulder back, really engaging that right scapula to the back, lifted heart. Again, pushing the pelvis forward. This will increase the feeling, especially in the quad. Continue to breathe. And then when you're ready, releasing that. Now, bring your left leg across the front of your chair. Your right leg comes back. We're coming into a supported warrior 2 here. So placing the leg to where you can make your right leg straight and feeling the blade of the foot engaged into the floor of the mat. And then your left heel is firmly planted into the floor or mat in front of you. Your hips are open. This is an externally rotated pose. You're going to squeeze your right glute and still think about drawing. See how my tummy is bowed out here? If I think about drawing my sits bones under me or my tailbone under me in this pose, I open up into the front, into this inner thigh and the front of this quad, and then I can lift my heart. So with this engagement, bringing out the arms, we're going to look over our left middle finger, trying to keep the arms level, keeping the arms engaged in the sockets, but an opening of the chest, an opening of the heart with this firm foundation. Again, squeezing the glutes, tucking the tail under, pubic bone towards sternum, neck is neutral. Inhale here, exhale, turn left hand, palm faces up, and bring the right hand either to the hip, the thigh, or the calf, and left hand lifts. Exalted warrior. Feeling the opening all along the left side waist, cinching in the right side waist, and not pulling up with the hand, but rather just have it be lifted. You can look up or you can look straight ahead, whatever feels good to you here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend your forearm, place it on your left thigh, and right hand comes over your right ear so that you're creating a diagonal line from the right middle finger all the way down to the blade of the foot. Side angle pose here. And if you feel like you can go deeper, you can reach your right hand down fingertips to the mat or floor. Whatever feels good here. Continuing to draw the sits bones under. Inhale back up to warrior two. And then we're going to turn on our pelvis. This time, we're squaring off the hips toward the direction of your left leg. Coming into more of a crescent lunge pose. So the right leg comes back. You're going to firmly plant the right big toe down, continuing to plant through the left heel. Now notice there is a bend in my leg, and I may need to keep that because I want to squeeze this hip bone forward. I want to continue to open into this quad because that is what this pose is for, as well as strengthening the bent knee leg. But if it feels good, I can start to bring some energy back and direct that energy back out of the heel and start to straighten into the leg to increase this stretch, but only if I don't lose that glute engagement. And then with our inhale, we're going to bring our arms up and overhead. And breathe. Finding our crescent lunge. And now we're going to strengthen into the core. So we're going to inhale, lift. Again, drawing pubic bone towards sternum. With that action, then I can lift my heart. No compression in the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms come back. We fold over the front leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring the torso over, not touching if you can, belly to thigh. Inhale up. And exhale, come over. Inhale up. And then drop the arms. Shifting our weight back centered. Bringing our sits bones open here. We're going to come into a modified goddess. So turning your toes towards the top corners of the mat, bringing the sits bones directly to the end of the seat, and then thinking about drawing your knees towards your pinky toes to feel the stretch here in the inner thighs. So we're going to inhale, lift here, and then we're going to clasp our hands. As we exhale, we're going to pull down the hands so that we feel an opening in the shoulders, lifting the heart. Here we still want to think about tucking our sits bones under us, squeezing the glutes, drawing the knees toward the baby toes. And then as we inhale, we're going to lift, palms facing out, lift up. And now as we exhale, we're going to round the spine, tilt back onto the sits bones, and come forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck, chin to chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck, really draw it in. Pubic bone towards sternum, navel to spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. And exhale, tuck. Coming back to center, inhale, lift. Exhale, arms lower. Now we're going to bring our right foot and our right thigh parallel to the front of the mat. Really feel that heel planted in front. We're going to come back, squaring off the hips towards the right leg, coming back to our crescent lunge now on the left side. So we're going to really root down through the toes back here. Find that toe rooted. Find the stability that you need to be able to squeeze this left glute, to push your pelvis forward, to feel this opening. You'll notice that one side is different than the other, and that is perfectly fine. So you may not be able to straighten into this leg as well as you did the right leg. Not a problem. You want to feel a similar sensation. So, with this action, wherever you are, if you have the rooting down and the glute engagement, you can start to direct energy out the left heel, straightening into this back leg. Inhale, arms come up and overhead, hold and breathe. You're going to, again, draw pubic bone to sternum, cinching in the waist. Inhale, lifting the heart. And now as we exhale, arms come back, folding over slightly the front leg. Inhale, lift, keeping that core engagement. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. And then as you exhale, arms come down. And we're going to pivot on the left foot, bringing, I'm going to scoot my chair over just a little, bringing our hips open now into an external rotated pose. So we were square, now we're opening the hips. Feeling, again, the right heel rooted, the blade of the left foot firmly rooted, and we do want to straighten in as much as we can to this leg, still keeping our glutes really firm, straightening in as much as we can, but giving yourself still a slight bend. Making sure that there's no sickling in the ankle. So trying to plant the foot as best as you can. So with this action, again, thinking about drawing the sits bones under, pubic bone towards sternum, then lift the heart. So it's a lengthening out of the low back, not a compression in either direction. So have your core strong so that then you can lift. Then your arms come out. See if you can keep your arms as level as possible. Straight line from middle finger tip to middle fingertip. And looking out over your right middle finger. Hold and breathe. Feeling that engagement. Feeling strong in your warrior two. This is a strong pose. Feeling, especially this bent leg is what I feel most in this pose, even supported in a chair. We're going to inhale, turn our right palm up. Exhale, bring left hand to hip, thigh, or calf, and open up to exalted warrior. Here, cinching left side waist to open up in the right side waist, looking up past your right tricep, if that feels good, or straight ahead, whatever works for you. Now again, we're not reaching or forcing, but we're cinching and lifting and breathing, all the time breathing. Inhaling back to center, and then as you exhale, forearm to right thigh, left arm comes up and over left ear, thinking about creating a diagonal line from your left middle fingertip to the left blade of the foot. Again, you can look up or straight ahead, whatever feels good to you. Continuing to draw those sits bones under. And if you feel more open here, you can bring your fingertips inside of your right foot to the mat. Hold and breathe. Then inhale back up to center. Exhale, arms come down. Now we're going to bring our right foot in front, scooting back so that our right thigh is parallel to the left edge of the mat. Bringing our left toes back so that we can root them into the mat behind us, really rooting down and making sure that our knee is in a straight line with our hip. And from there, squeezing the glutes, pushing forward as we root down through the left big toe, pushing forward so that we're opening up and getting into the psoas and the quad, all of this area, feeling good here. Breathe. Now, if you're pretty open in this area and you need more of a stretch to get into that quad, reach down, bring your left ankle up into your hand, draw the heel toward the glute, holding on to one side of the chair, and again, squeezing that glute, pushing the hip bone forward as you straighten out, trying not to dump in, but you want to be as straight as you can, core engaged, lift. That's where you get your opening, is through muscle engagement. You find stability to allow, through breath, the body to open more. And it's perfectly normal to notice differences from one side to the other. Just hold here and breathe. And then slowly release and coming back to center, bringing yourself more in a seat. We're going to work on chair squats. So we're going to do 15 of them. So what's going to happen is we're going to stand up and we're going to sit down, barely touch our sits bones to the chair, and then stand back up. So we're not going to put all of our weight into the chair. We're just using the chair as a gauge. When we stand up, we're going to squeeze into our glutes and push our hip bones forward, just like we were with this single leg quad stretch. So, finding feet firmly planted, about hips distance apart, parallel feet. We're going to inhale, bring our arms out. As we exhale, we're going to stand, arms come behind, squeeze the glutes, press forward with the hips, with the squeeze glutes. Inhale, come back, sit barely, exhale up 1. Inhale back, sit barely, exhale up 2. Inhale back, sit barely, exhale up 3. Again, we're doing 15. Exhale down and up, 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, exhale 6. Inhale, exhale 7. Inhale, exhale 8. Inhale, exhale 9. Inhale, exhale 10. This is hard. Inhale, exhale 11. Inhale, exhale 12. Inhale, 13. Inhale, exhale 14. Inhale, exhale 15. Inhale, back to a seat. Very good. Shake out the legs. And shake out the arms. Give yourself a little bit of a neck stretch. Big deep breath. Now we're going to take 3 big deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to do something called lion's breath. So we actually stick the tongue out and roar like a lion, even bugging your eyes out. And this will help to move stagnant energy through the body. So with your feet firmly planted, hands resting on the knees, big deep inhale. Feel completely up through the nose. And then exhale out the mouth. And make it roar. Inhale up. Fill up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale back to neutral. Now we're going to work a little bit with the arches of our feet. So feeling your feet firmly planted here, you're going to take your right 2 fingers and we're going to work on the left arch. So first, we're going to find our toes lifted. Our big toe mound, immediately when we do that, you'll feel weight going into the big toe mound. Also think about anchoring the pinky toe mound down. And when you pull your toes back like this, you're going to feel the inner and outer arches of that foot lift. Now place the toes down. Take your first 2 fingers of your right hand and see if you can stick them under, and you may need to lift your foot a little to do this, stick them under your arch. And then you're going to work with burying the big toe down and burying the heel down and lifting the arch up away from your fingers. So see if you can do that a few times. Learning that this arch muscle is a muscle that you can build and engage. You do not have to have flat feet. This is something that you can work on. So you're working on this by burying the big toe down. With that leverage, think about drawing the middle of your foot up. So it's making that mind-body connection. And now, as we inhale, we're going to inhale our arms up, bringing the left arm behind, and we're going to twist. Keeping our hips square, twisting just through the torso, looking over your left arm. Now take your left thumb, draw it down, right thumb draws back, continuing to look behind, and then switch. Right thumb draws down, left thumb draws back, and switch. Right thumb back, left thumb down, and switch again, right and left, And now drawing both arms to center, inhale, lift, palms meet overhead, exhale, hands to heart center. Now I'm going to show you that action facing forward so you can see what we're doing just a little more. So we're bringing the arms out. We're moving from the shoulder head, external and internal rotation. This is internal. When the thumb is down, you see the shoulder head comes forward. External, the shoulder head starts to draw back, the thumb turns up and out. So with that action, we're going to start with external rotation on the right, internal on the left. You're going to look towards your open palm. Now, as you inhale, you're going to switch. Again, looking towards your open palm. And then switch. And switch. And you can move, you can lean in that direction too with the torso. Following the breath and moving from the shoulder heads, not the wrists, but the shoulder heads. Breathing. Notice what your breath does when you do this. One more pass to the left. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So finding your feet firmly planted again. Lift the toes of the right foot this time. Feeling the right big toe mound firmly planted. Now plant that left big toe mound as much as you can. Feel your heel planted, like actually push down into the heel. Now feel the inner and outer arches lifting with that action. Place the toes down. First two fingers of the left hand, stick them under your right arch. Now with the right big toe mound buried, see if you can squeeze your toes in, push down into the heel, and then lift your right arch away from your fingers. And this is something to practice often, remembering these are muscles we can engage, build, learn to use. We lose engagement in our feet a lot because we wear shoes so much. We don't go barefoot on different surfaces very often. So this is something that will help you with balance and stability in the lower body. And let this feel good here. Now, inhale, arms come up. We're going to rotate with the torso. Right hand back this time. Left hand open. Right thumb back. Left hand open. Look behind you this time though. You're going to keep your gaze behind if that feels good. Trying to keep your hips square, torso rotated. Now switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. One more time. Switch and switch. Inhale to center. Exhale lower. Continuing to work with the feet. We're going to bring the legs out. And this time we're just going to point and flex. Using our shins to draw the toes back as much as we can. So we're going to start pointing the toes. Maybe you can point them so much that they come all the way down like mine are here. Inhale here, exhale, lift, and push the energy through the heels using the muscles along the shin. And then point, you'll feel your calves contract, and then draw them back, point, draw them back, and again, notice I'm keeping my core knit. We need to do that. Point, and back, point, and back. And now, bringing yourself more in, feet parallel. We're going to bring our right foot out, hold it out. See if you can hold it parallel to your left thigh and just do circles. Maybe you actually hold the knee so that you can keep it locked out here and just circle with the ankle. And then opposite direction. Again, fully engage that quad. And now we're going to open this leg out to the side. So left leg facing forward, right leg open to the side. Left hand on left hip. Right arm comes behind the head. So you're just holding right at the nape of the neck. You're not putting any pressure there. We're going to inhale, lift, and now using our right oblique, exhale, start to cinch through the right waist and act as if you could touch your elbow to your knee. Maybe you can, if you're really fancy and mobile. Inhale, lift. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lift. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lift. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lift, and contract. Inhale, lift, and contract. That's 5. Inhale, lift, contract. 6. Inhale, lift, contract. 7. Lift, contract. 8. Lift, contract. 9. Lift, contract. 10. And lift. Now bring the right leg in. Straighten the left leg. Try and keep thigh parallel to thigh. Again, you can hold the left knee to make sure you keep it locked out. Navel to spine, lifted heart. And then just start circling the ankle. Moving just from the ankle. It's harder than it looks. Moving just from the ankle, first one direction. And then the opposite direction. And now, bringing the left leg out, right leg stays in front, so you've got a 90-degree with the leg. Right hand to right hip, left hand to the nape of the neck. Inhale, lift, draw the core up. Exhale, cinch, left side body. As if you could touch that left elbow to the knee, and I can here. Inhale up, exhale lower 2. Inhale up. Exhale, lower 3. Inhale up. Exhale, lower 4. Inhale up. Exhale, lower 5. Inhale up. Exhale, lower 6. Inhale up. Exhale, lower 7. Inhale up. Lower 8. Inhale up. Lower 9. Inhale up. Lower 10. Inhale up, bringing legs back to center, coming to the edge of the seat, straighten your right leg out. We're going to lift it parallel and lower it down without completely putting it down 10 times. So holding the sides of your chair, inhale, lift, lower 1, 2. This is coming from here, 3, 4, 5, navel to spine, 6, 7, pubic bone towards sternum. 8, lifting the pelvic floor. 9, 10. Place that leg down. Coming into the right leg, we're going to do it again. This is lower core, all right? So think as if your hip bones could kiss in the middle, and you're drawing pubic bone towards sternum, and you've got a plug between your legs, and you're a marionette, and you're lifting from that action. So bringing the left leg out, flex the foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower it down, bring the legs back parallel. And now we're going to work some into the neck. First, we're going to just bring our hands down to the bottom of the chair. And then we're going to draw our shoulders back. So like we're kissing our shoulder blades back behind us, spreading through the collarbones. From here, we're going to stick out our chin so that we look kind of funny, keeping the drawing back of the shoulders, sticking out the chin. Now, bring your head toward the left corner of the room, still sticking your chin out. And with that action, pulling the shoulders back, sticking the chin out, head toward the left side of the room, start to turn like you could touch your chin toward your right shoulder. And you'll feel the stretch all along the sternum and through the collarbone, all the way up the left side of the neck. And then coming back to center, just give yourself a little bit of a release there. Coming into the opposite side. So again, drawing the shoulder blades back and together, chin comes forward out in the front, the crown of the head points toward the right corner of the room. With this action, now start to draw the chin toward the left shoulder, feeling again the opening through the collarbone, the sternum, all along the right side of the neck. And breathe. And slowly releasing that, coming back around. Now we're going to do 3 neck rolls to each side. So from here, we're going to drop the chin down, exhale. As you inhale, draw right ear toward right shoulder. Drop the head back, open the mouth so that you got full extension. Inhale. And then as you exhale, left ear toward left shoulder, closing it off. Going at your own pace, 2 more rounds. Inhaling as the head comes back. And exhaling as the head comes forward. Watch your shoulders. Make sure that they're not drawing up towards your ears. Try to relax those so that you're not just transferring tension. 1 more pass to the right. Slow and controlled. And then when the head comes to the center after that 3rd pass, you're going to go 3 to the left. So again, inhaling as the head drops back. And exhaling as the head comes forward. And if there are any sticky spots or sore places, you can hang out there and just kind of stretch it out. Working with the shoulder and the head. Bring back. And down. And then when your head comes down after the 3rd round, inhale the head up. We're going to do 1 more stretch for the neck. So this time, you're going to take your right hand behind your back toward your left side waist. You're going to take your left hand and either grab your hand or your wrist, whatever the mobility allows here. So your hand back there, your wrist, and make sure that your elbow faces back when you're doing that so that your left arm isn't crunched forward, but your elbow draws back. With that action, push in to the right hand so that your right shoulder draws back. Then with that action, we're going to open up. So we're going to draw our left ear toward the left shoulder, opening up along the right side of the neck and the right shoulder. And breathe. Inhale, head lifts. And now I'm going to turn around and show you from behind what this looks like on the opposite side. So now we're working with the left hand. Left hand comes behind. So depending on your mobility, where it falls, you're going to either grab the hand, or if you have more mobility and you can come around, you can grab the wrist. Right elbow draws back. We don't want it winging out, drawing it back. Now you're going to actually pull, okay? Give yourself a little pressure. Drawing that left shoulder back. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, right ear toward right shoulder. Opening up the left side of the neck and shoulder. And breathe. Inhale, head back to center, slowly, slowly. Release that bind, slowly, slowly. And then finding yourself just in a comfortable seat for your final meditation. You're welcome to lie down if that feels better, or to sit back in your chair and rest your hands either palms facing up if you want to receive energy, palms facing down if you want to conserve energy. Or another one is placing the right hand inside the left and letting your thumbs meet and just drawing them together in your lap. So either way, whatever feels right to you, close your eyes. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale out the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And this is where I'll leave you for your final Shavasana. You can either remain seated or again, you can lie down. Give yourself 3 to 5 minutes to integrate the work that we just did. And please, always, if you have any questions, do let me know. And if you participated in today's class, I would love to hear from you. How did it go for you? Do you find value in these classes? I would love to hear you. I'm really missing interaction with my students. So I thank you for joining me. Have a blessed day and a wonderful rest of your week.